Hello, this is Lady Jana. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you guys remember, some time ago I made a video about a crochet panda. It's a kit that I purchased from Dollarama, and this is the panda that I made. Not too cute. I did have some negative comments about this project. The project was not hard to do, but it was very hard to understand. Now, I do have one of my followers comment asking if I could try to make the frog from the same company from Dollarama, and you know what? I did find it. I went to Dollarama. This is the frog. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the instructions, and see if we can actually make this frog together, and I will do my best to explain to you the step by step, as long as I do myself understand the pattern. From past experience with this, it's going to be a challenge, and I'm up to a challenge. So let's continue watching, and let's find out if this frog is doable. This is the frog that was suggested to me by one of my followers, Mia. Mia, if you're listening, this is for you. So this was purchased from Dollarama for $4.25 Canadian, and this is from Castle Craft. So let's look inside, and let's first take a look at the pattern. So we do have our yarn, we've got needle, and also we do have fiber fill. Now this is not enough. I did run out when I did my panda, and this fiber fill is not enough, that I can tell you. But I do have some at the ready if I need some more. And also we have our crochet hook. Now this is the pattern. Let's open this up. This is the first thing that I wanted to look at. Okay, so from this side, it's exactly the same thing, even the air. If we look at how to do the X mesh, right here, the same air. When you pull up the yarn, you have to pull through both loops, and it shows only one. So now this is our pattern. So this is how it looks like. It's different, but since I've already understood a little bit, I think I can manage. So this shows you exactly what to do. So round one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 X mesh you have to make. And then if you look at the little arrows, this means that you do 2 X's in this one mesh. So what does this mean? So row 1, if you look at the little table here, row 1, you have 6 mesh. Row 2, you have 6 plus 6, which means that when you finish your round, you have to have 12 mesh. And this is what it tells you here. That's why there's a little arrow with the X. This means you do 2 X's in this. So in total, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. And same here. So row 3, if we read this, you do 2 X's in this X, then 1 in the next one, then 2, then 1, then 2, 1. So in total, you should end up with 18. So if we count row 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it matches up. So that's how you read it. I'm going to explain to you by doing. So right now what we're doing the head. We have to use the green yarn. And the first thing that we do before doing round 1, we're going to start out with the magic ring. And inside the magic ring, we're going to do 6 X to create our first round. So let's do this. So let's start out with the magic ring. The magic ring, how to do it is on the other side of the paper. So if you don't know, so you go through all of the yarns that are on my finger, then you pull, grab, and then pull again. So this is the start. Okay, so now you're going to do one more stitch in the air like this, and then this is when you're going to start
your 6x. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got our 6 stitches, or our 6 mesh in the magic ring. The next step is to close or to pull on this to okay. Now once I've closed or pulled on the magic to create the magic ring, I'm going to slip stitch on the first mesh that I just created to close out our loop, like so. Then I'm going to place a marker, a stitch marker, on the last stitch that I just made. It's easier if you make a mistake and you undo, you know exactly where the last row ended. Let's do the second row. 6 plus 6, and if we look here, we have to do 2 X's in each of the previous X, so we have 12. So in the next stitch, I'm going to do 2X, so that's 1, 2, in the next 2 again, 1, 2, again, 1, 2, one more time, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm at my marker, so I'm going to do the last 2, which should give us 12. 1, 2. Now before I do remove my marker, I'm going to count and make sure I've got 12. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got all 12 that I needed for round 2. Now let's move our marker to the last stitch that I made in round 2. So then let's go back to our pattern. So on round 3, so we're going to start with 2X in the next X. Then you go 1, and then 2, 1, and then 2, 1, and then 2. In total, I should have 18. If we look at this, it is 12 from previous plus 6 extra we're going to be doing. 1, 2 in the same X. Now we do just 1 on the next X. Then the next X is 2. 1, 2. Next one, 1. And then 1, 2. Then 1. And then 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. And then 1. And we go 1, 2, and then we finalize where the stitch marker is at 1. Now we should have done 18x, so let's calculate. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We did it. So I did 18. So that's my round 3. Again, we're going to move my stitch marker, place it on the last stitch we just made for round 3, and then we're going to be ready to make round 4. So let's take a look at round 4. So at round 4, this is where I'm starting to get some issues, because if I do what I just told you to do the same thing for all of the other rounds, round 4, round 5, round 6, it will not add up. It will definitely not add up. Because here we need 18 plus 6 for round 4. And this is how you get 18 plus 6. Let me just show you. To be able to do 24 on this 18, so you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same. Then you continue 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so on your first mesh, you do 1, and then you go to the next one, which is 2, and then you go 3, 4 in the same. 3, 4. And then you continue, same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same. Okay, let's show you again. So you got to go 1, 2, then 3, 4. Okay, then you continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same. 1, go next 2, go next 3 and 4. Then you go 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 stitch marker. So now I know that I did it correctly. And 4. Now what's left is to count if we have exactly 24, because it does say here 18 plus 6 is 24. So let's count. Cross our fingers and count. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I miscount. Let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This is our round 4. Our round 4 is completed, so that's how we do it. Now let's look at the next one. So round 5. So the way that we have to add 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the same X. And then we do that 4 times to get our 28. So let's give that a try together. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 in the same. 6, 7. And then we continue. We start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 6, 7. And we start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7. 6, 7, and then we start over. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it makes sense. Our 6, 7 is in the last stitch of the previous row. 6, and then 7. So from my calculations, we should have our 28 mesh for row 5. So let's calculate. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we did it. So we do have our 28 for round 5. Now we are ready to do the round 6. So let me just move this stitch marker to my last stitch. Round 6. So it's telling us 28 plus 2. So 28 plus 2 is 30. If we divide 28 by 2, we've got 14. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 14. Then we do 15 in the same as 14. So that adds our extra. So we just do this 2 times, right? So let me just show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we do 14, 15 in the same 15. So that's our first 15. So if we do another 15, it will give us our 30, right? So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14, 15 in the last stitch where the stitch marker is. And this is our round 5. This should give us our 30 that we need. If we count it, we should have 30. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, if I look at all of the rows up to row 10, you always have to add 2. This is an easy one. Row 7. Just think about it this way. You've got 30 X's, but you need to add 2. The best way to do this is do 15, and on your 15th mesh, add an extra one for 16, just like we did on row 6. And then you do another 15, and then you just add a 16th on the last, where the last stitch marker is. Let's talk about row 18. Now, since we have 32 plus 2, 16, in the 16th mesh, you're going to add a 17. Here, the same thing for row 9. I will not be doing row 7, row 8, row 9, row 10 with you. This is something you can do on your own. I'm not going to show you on video. And then on row 11, you're going to be doing 38. So that's just one mesh per mesh, basically. Just do the 38 round. And then on row 12, this is when we're going to start minimizing the amount of stitches to close up the ball that we're doing. Basically, the head is a ball. And I'll be back for row 12. So make sure to rows up to 11. And then I'll show you how to do the rows 12 to 18, which should be like reverse engineering. I hope you did not have any issues doing up to row 11. From row 12 to row 18, what we need to do is we need to subtract the amount of mesh per row. To subtract, you have to follow the A mesh. This is where you pick up 2 mesh and then you pull through 3 loops. I'm going to explain to you how to do this. So first thing, right now we're at row 12 and we need to subtract twice. So you divide 38 by 2, which is 19. This will be the 18th and the 19th mesh. You will stitch them together. Let me show you. Let's go up to 18. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we did say that 18 and 19 has to be together. We're going to grab 18, keep it on your crochet, and then grab 19, and then pull through together. So now 18 and 19 is 1. Same thing. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now we know that 18 and 19 are to be stitched together. So you grab 18, keep, and then 19, and then we pull together. So if we count, we should have 36 now instead of 38. So let's count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So we did it. Now we went down from 38 to 36. Now let's move our stitch marker. So I'm going to show you again how to count it. You need to do the same thing for all of the rest of the rows. Row 12 is completed. Row 13, we need to go from 36 to 34. Again, 36, that's 18. If we divide by 2, 18, which means that 17 and 18 will have to be stitched together. So let's go up to 16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this is 16. To combine 17 and 18 together, this is 17. We keep on the crochet hook, and then 18, and then we pull through all 3, and then we continue. Do the same thing again. (17) and 18 are to be stitched together. So again, you bring your crochet hook, 1, and then you go right next to the other one. So now you have both. You create 1. So that's row 13. We should end with 34 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I did it. So we did it. So we managed up to 34. So our round 13 is done. Round 14, I'm going to let you do it on your own. Now let's talk about round 15. So round 15, what we need to do is we need to subtract 4 mesh. We're going to divide 4 and 32, which is 8. That we do 6 mesh, and 7 and 8 is combined together. And we do that 4 times. Okay, so let's start off by doing 6. This is 1, 2, 3, come on, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to do like we did. We're going to combine 7 and 8. And then we start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we combined 7 and 8. Start over. 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then combine 7, 8. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we subtract 7 and 8. This means I should have 28, 26, 27, 28. I've got 28. I'm going to show you row 16, and then 17 and 18 you'll be able to do on your own. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 5 mesh and combining 6, 7, 4 times. So 1, 2, 4, 5, and then you combine 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then combine 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you combine 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Combined 6 and 7 is at our marker. Done our row 16. I've managed my 24. Like I said, for the next rows, you guys should be okay. Once you completed row 18, it's time to bind off. If you follow this, this is binding off. Your head is done. The next step is doing the body. Now, the body starts this exact same way as the head. It's exactly the same thing up to row 4. I've completed the head, so this is my frog's head. Later on, this will be stuffed. Next thing, I did ask you to start the body. I've noticed an issue. Row 1, 2, and 3 are fine. Now, when it comes to row 4, there's a problem. It says 18 plus 6. Then we should be getting 22, but 18 plus 6 is not 22, that's 24. So this means that we need to change the 6 to a 4. I didn't do row 4 yet. I wanted to do this with you because we need to do 22. So this is how I figured it out to do 22. I'm going to do 3x, 1, 2, 3, 2x in the same mesh. 1, 2, 3. Then we do 4, 5 in the same. 4, 5. We start over. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 in the same. 4, 5. And we continue. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. 4, 5, and again 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 in the same, and the rest should be 1, 2, 1, oops, 1, and then 2. So if I'm lucky, I should be getting 22. So let's take a look. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm just going to move my stitch marker to the last stitch of the row that I just made. I do have a problem right now. This is what's left with my green color. What I did do is I made my legs. I made one arm. I'm still missing an arm. And I did do the eyes. So this means I'm probably going not to have enough yarn to complete the body, and I'm not going to have any yarn to do the other arms. So I'm going to continue, since I do have a little bit of yarn, do row 5, because we're going to do 22 plus 4. So again, this you need to figure out. We do need to add 4. I'm going to divide 4 in 20. So that would be 5. For each 5, I'm going to add 1. So this is how I'm going to do it. So let's start with our first 5. So we need to do this 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you add 1 in the same as the 5th. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you add 1. So this is my second add. So we continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we add 1. So this is my third add. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this would be my fourth add. like this. And then we do 2. 1 and then 2. So let's count. Let's see if this is 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Row 6. That one is easy to add.
You divide 36 by 2. It will give you 13. So on that row, for every 13 stitch you make, you're going to be adding one mesh or stitch. Currently, you have the know-how to make all of the rows coming up either by adding or subtracting mesh. The only thing that's left for me to show you is how to change color. So the changes of color starts with row 11. Row 11 is blue. Row 12 is blue. Row 13 and 14 white. 15 and 16 blue. 17 and 18 white. 19 and 20 blue. I will not be able to follow that exact instructions because I did run out of yarn.
I'm currently at row 10 and I no longer have any blue color. What I'm going to do next is show you how I add color without knotting the yarn. I don't like to have knots in my yarn, so this is how I do it. It's a little bit tricky, but I know with practice you can do it. So first thing, so this yarn you have to hold. So I place this between these two fingers. This one I also place in between my two fingers, and then I'm going to use it's a little bit tricky. To tell you the truth, it's a little bit tricky because you have to hold so much. Okay, hold, pass through. And then you start knitting or you start crocheting with the white like this. And what I like to do is I like to pull on these, not too tight, but just enough so it stays. And then I continue my round. Once this is done, I'll show you what I do with this yarn. Okay, now what do I do with this? So I just weave it underneath all of the other yarn. So this is what I do. So this way it stays secure. So you just weave it in. Okay, take this. Are you seeing? Okay. That's in. So you just pull on it. You tighten it up. There you go. If you're not too sure, you can do another pass. It doesn't have to be on the white. It can actually be on the blue. So here, like this. Oh, and there you go. So that's secure enough. So now I'm just going to cut off the remaining white like this. And I'm going to do the same thing for the blue. Just going to tighten that up. Going to do the same thing. There we go. And we can do again this way as well, just to make sure. There. And then you cut off the excess. This is how you do it. This is how you add color. Isn't that great? So for the rest of the body, I will just do it in white. I'm not going to change colors like I was supposed to be doing. Like this. So this is the body. This is what I completed. Like you can see, I couldn't follow the exact colors that's on the box because I ran out of colors. Now, I also have done the legs. So this is the legs, and like the body and the head, the leg will start with the magic ring. Always start with the magic ring. And these are the arms, of course, because I did not have any more green. One of the arms is white, so we have to deal with that. And then the eyes. So this is the eyes. The eyes are done like everything else, the same. Starts with the magic ring. Now the picture here shows that they add the eyes to the head before doing the iris. I did it differently. So I did the iris like this. It's not round, but it's going to look okay. If I place it this way, it looks fine. This is the back of the eye. Let's talk about fiberfill or the stuffing. So you stuff the head and also the body. However, I can see that they did stuff a little bit the eye. Unfortunately, this is the stuffing. I don't think that we have enough. I'm finally done with my frog. Look at the face. Look how cute that is compared to the box. Of course, it's not the same. However, it is still nice. The problem with this kit is, of course, the instructions. It's not detailed enough. Not enough material, not enough yarn, not enough filling. I had to use the filling that I already had. Besides that, it was fun to do. I really enjoyed making this frog more than I did the panda. Hopefully, Mia, you'll be able to finish your frog. This is the type of project is not for beginners, that it's for advanced people. It is a real challenge. You want a challenge, you want to try this, go ahead, get it at the Dollarama store, the Canadian dollar store for $4.25. If you've never crocheted before, do not buy this. It is not for beginners. It is not beginner friendly. I hope they enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have yourself a great day. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.